Welcome back to your Tune In Traders Nation. My pleasure to have with us is Michael Gates Gill. How Starbucks saved my life, but really his. Now, Michael, we were talking about respect in the last segment, and considering all things that happened, I mean, you really learn the lessons of hard work, humility, and what it truly means to respect another person, don't you? When something like this happens in one's life.
Yeah, really. And by the way, it doesn't happen overnight. Like that first day, I realized I wasn't going to be so good at the cash registers and making those tricky drinks. So
right.
I told Crystal, I said I'm a great cleaner, and so
right.
we took me over to the bathroom. I learned how to clean the bathroom. But just a couple of weeks later, a homeless guy came in, and I just finished the bathroom. I told him, I said the bathroom's out of order.
Right.
Crystal saw that I'd done that, and I mean, for the homeless guy, it was no big deal. In New York, you don't have any public restrooms, so he just turned around and left. But
yeah.
Crystal said, don't ever do that again. She said, the last thing that gentleman, she called him a gentleman, needed today was to be disrespected by you. And she said, everyone who comes in our door is a welcome guest, and everyone should be treated with the same respect I treat you. So that was a good lesson to me that, I was still, in a sense, judging people rather than relating to people with respect.
Yeah. At one point, you have to know, a moment hits you where, you know what, I would never do that again. Did you realize at one point?
Yeah, that's when I stopped looking at people as representatives of different classes or groups and started, it only takes a couple of seconds to actually look into their eyes, and you don't do it, I mean, I'm not doing it just for, their sake, but for my sake, because, life is a lot more exciting and interesting when you treat everyone as an individual rather than as representative of a different class or race or something.
All right, so Michael, where can we find the book at today?
You can find it in a bookstore all across America. It's it's a new paperback, and I got 3 lessons that people have told me they got out of it. Just quickly, I call them the 3 L's. The first is when you get in a box that I was in, you can get in, anyone can get in it. Leap with faith rather than huddle with fear. The second one is you look with respect at every individual, just like what we were talking about. But the third one is just as important, which is to listen to your own heart. Rather than these external measures of success, like how big a job or how big a title. Find out what you love to do, because if you love to do what you're doing, then that is the greatest happiness you can have.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you on that. All right, now where can we find the book at today, Michael?
Well, you can find any bookstore, any of your neighborhood bookstores, all the big ones and all the little ones. It's been very popular. But the other bizarre thing, I think, I was telling Steve, is that Tom Hanks has called and said he wants to make a movie out of it.
How's that coming along?
And he wants to play me, and what appeals to him about it, I think, is not is sort of the idea that at any time in your life you can create a whole new life that you might discover you're happier in than any other previous life that you ever thought about.
Yeah. When is that film being made right now, Michael?
Yes, yeah. They've just begun. I mean, Tom Hanks is going to star in it, and then they've got Gus Van Sant as the director, and then they've just hired the screenwriter.
Right. All right. Nice. All right. So when can we expect that out?
I would say about a year from now.
Nice. All right. Good enough. All right. Now, once again, folks, we've got Michael Gates Gill with us here today. How Starbucks Saved My Life is the name of the book. Runaway bestseller, New York Times bestseller. Now, Michael, we can get it at Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble?
Yeah, Barnes & Noble, Borders, and, in any independent bookstore all across America as well, because I think, what I've been told is that this book has a message for everyone today, because, there are some hard economic times, and some people say, gosh, if I lose this big job, but my lesson, I think, is it's not those measures of success so much as this might be a great time when you have run into hard times to check with your own heart and say, life is short. What do I really want to do?
Comes down to. All right, Michael Gates Gill, folks, get a copy today. How Starbucks Saved My Life. It could save yours, too. Michael, thanks for being with us here today. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Kurt Shimmers. Again, we'll see you here tomorrow. Everyone have a fantastic day.